Comparison is the thief of joy. This is attributed to Theodore Roosevelt. This is affecting me and a lot of people that I've talked to. Haven't really thought about it, but when I asked them about it, they agreed that this is something that is pretty prevalent, and I think it's pretty prevalent in today's culture. The statement's pretty deep. The sentiment can be, it can be life changing if taken to heart. We compare ourselves to others all the time, whether it's like good or bad. It's hard not to, but if we compare ourselves to others, we can be left with feelings of inferiority or I hope I'm saying that right. Superiority. But either way, neither of those creates an emotionally healthy human being. So there's a poem that goes into something like this, similar to this. It was pretty popular back in the 70s, but it goes on to say, if you compare yourselves with others, you may become vain or bitter, for always there will be greater and lesser persons than yourself. It's written by Max Ermans, but I think it resonates pretty well because there's always going to be someone that's going to be better at what you're doing, no matter what, in every walk of life. Like whether it's going to be another human being that's better at what you're trying to do, or someone else that has a better life, has a better wife, has a better husband, has better friends, has more money, has more success. Like, you can go down the rabbit hole and make yourself feel so bad about yourself because there will always be something that's comparable to yourself that is better than you. But at the same time, you can also get on the side of the rabbit hole that there's always somebody that's going to be worse than you. And you can create a God complex where you just think you're better than everyone because you're only comparing yourself to the people that are worse than you at whatever you want to compare yourself to. And it can build yourself an ego that's not good. There's a healthy ego, but there's also very bad ego. And the only way to be able to like self-assess how to get better and how to improve on things is by destroying your ego. Maturing can help yourself gain wisdom and understanding that you shouldn't compare yourself to others. But, like an example, I have a colleague, a friend of mine, that has 2 kids. And when I asked him this question of what he thought about comparing is the thief of joy, comparison is the thief of joy, he took a second, but he answered with, look, if I compare myself or if I compare my 2 daughters to each other, I'm stealing love away from one of them. Really, both of them. And I thought that was pretty interesting because it's not just joy that comparison is the thief of. In his eyes, if he was comparing his 2 daughters, like he's not going to be able to give, he's not going to be able to love them both the same if he's going to compare them. And I thought that was a pretty cool answer. But like, another example is just Instagram, social media. It's a terrible, terrible place to be. Because it's really only filled with the highlights of other people's lives. And you literally can't help yourself when you go on there to compare your life, your experiences, where you're at to other people. And they literally could be years ahead of you or years behind you. And you're just going to beat yourself up over that. I think a big problem with this is essentially puts blinders on your eyes where you're fixated on this one thing. And I think Jordan Peterson said this, but it can blind you by making you fixate on the one thing that you're comparing. And it can prevent you from seeing good things, like the silver linings. So you really do have to make a conscious effort, a conscience. You have to make a conscious effort to not compare yourself, your family, your relationships, your like anything to other people, and start to be aware of like gratitude and have thankfulness and gratitude, because gratitude is what guards your mind from resentment. Comparing yourself to others builds a lot of resentment and a lot of bitterness. And that resentment's terrible. So what I've done in the past, and I do it every once in a while, I should do it more than I'm doing it right now, but is I write stuff down in a journal, what I'm grateful for, multiple different things to remind myself, and it helps. Thanks for watching the video. Appreciate it. Sticking to the end. I'm trying to do I can't make up my mind. I watched this video the other day that was made back in the 70s. And it's like the secret to changing your life, and the secret to being like successful. And I know it's like super cheesy. But really it's like it boils down to like the nugget that I got out of it is you become what you think about. And if I want to become successful in my career, then I'm going to take the negative thoughts completely out of that, and I'm going to like consume myself in only thinking about becoming successful in my career, like being a good salesperson, helping people out. But at the same time, I also want to be a YouTuber. I enjoy making, filming, editing, stuff like that. And there's some tangible action items that the video kind of gave me. And one of them is like doing something for 30 days straight. I don't think I have the discipline to set aside time every single day to create a video every single day. But I know I at least have the discipline to set enough time aside to make at least one video a week. I'm conflicted because I don't know exactly what I want to do. I might have to not get as much sleep if I wanted to do it every single day. But this is a start. I don't know what all the topics are going to be on. I know that this is going to be over some Destiny gameplay because that's what I've been playing recently, rather than like just my face. Because a lot of this stuff I write this stuff down on notes and stuff like that. So a lot of the stuff I am looking at notes, and if it's going to be a video of my face, then I'd rather be like looking at the camera, making eye contact with you guys. But I can't do that if I'm looking at my notes. So the point I was trying to get across is I think for now I'm going to start out with one video a week. And if I can get that pattern down for a month, then I'll make 2 videos a week. And I think I can slowly build myself up. But I have no idea what these videos are going to be on. I have an idea of like taking quotes back 1500, 2000 years ago, like the quotes from back then, and making videos on like those little topics. I think that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, catch you guys on the next one though. Deuces.